is simply designed to divide Virginians. We create these symbolic bills on the left that are attempted to be used as weapons. And there is an effort, of course, to repeal and replace the Virginia Constitution that has a statement about traditional marriage.
Now, that was staff with the Family Foundation who was against Governor Youngkin signing the marriage equality bill. Now, everyone whom you speak to has an opinion on marriage, but joining us now to discuss how marriage bill affects LGBT plus community is pastor of the Metropolitan Community Church, Rhonda Thorne. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. Thank you. So what is your reaction to the foundation family saying what they say about that it divides Virginians, the marriage equality bill?
I disagree with that. I think it's meant to bring us together for the good of all of Virginia's citizens. To have the word divisive or divide, I believe is it's almost dangerous, actually, because it does, that word itself does create a bigger chasm between different groups of people. The LGBTQIA plus community is already a historically marginalized and oppressed community. So to say that this bill divides is borderline dangerous.
What about those leaders who may say the bill is used as a political weapon to sort of kind of promote the agenda of where we're getting rid of a traditional, quote unquote, man-woman marriage? What are your thoughts on that?
To say that it's getting rid of something, I think could be a misnomer.
Okay.
Because this bill is designed to protect people. Like I said, historically marginalized and oppressed people, to prevent discrimination when obtaining that marriage license. And to say to our public officials, you cannot discriminate against someone for that.
And it's not just same-sex couples, it's also people of color, different, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir, you are correct. And that was one of the things that stood out to me, is that the issue seems to be focused on gender and sex. And it seems like we're forgetting about race, when less than, 70 years, it was illegal for interracial marriage. And so like I said, to protect all of Virginia's citizens, I believe this is a step in the right direction. And we applaud Governor Youngkin's efforts to do that.
Well, as a pastor, I'm pretty sure you've married some couples.
I have.
Talk to us about what this means for them. Obviously, the fact that they cannot be denied, whether same-sex or person of color or whatever.
Okay.
Talk to us about what this means, though, this bill. What it means, it's going to be easier to get married? How does that work?
Okay, it's kind of a both sides of the coin.
Okay.
On one side of the coin, it protects against discrimination. Okay, it sends a very, very strong signal to our public officials that you cannot discriminate against the sex, gender, and race. And it also is, while being a step in the right direction, the governor has sent a different kind of signal with regards to the protecting clergy and religious organizations who have the right to refuse. That has always been in place. And clergy and religious organizations can refuse. It just means that the members of the LGBTQIA plus community and different races, and we're all part of the same thing, right? We're all one big giant family. And so in order for the governor to say that it sort of clarifies the right to refuse, that's always been in place.
Now, before we go, I got to cut you off a little bit.
Okay.
Tell us, what would you like to see future as far as marriage equality here in Virginia or anything with the LGBT community?
What I would like to see in the future is, first of all, for members of the LGBTQIA plus community to remember that they deserve safe, loving, respectful space. And while religious organizations and clergy can refuse, there are those of us who say, come as you are. There are those that say, we welcome you, we love you. And one of the things we would like to see the governor do in the future, and I like his words of respect and dignity for all citizens, is to now consider the model policies that affect our transgender and non-binary students in the city, to rescind those, so that all are respected and all feel dignity that they deserve.
Well, thank you, Pastor Thor, for joining us. We appreciate that insight that you provided.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.